Yo, what up? It's your boy. In San Diego? We're about to blow the roof off this place and check out the dopest things to do in San Diego. We're talking about the San Diego must-see attractions, the hidden gems, the whole 9 yards. Get ready for some insane adventures. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. You might even see something surprising. First up, we're hitting up Balboa Park, and let me tell you, this place is huge. Like, we're talking 1,200 acres of museums, gardens, and even a zoo. It's like they took all the coolest stuff in the world and just dumped it right here. You could spend a whole week here and still not see everything. Of course, we don't have a week, we gotta keep this thing moving. But trust me, even a couple of hours here will be epic. We're talking about strolling through the botanical building, getting lost in the Japanese Friendship Garden, which is so zen, by the way, and checking out the San Diego Museum of Art. They've even got rotating exhibits, so there's always something new to see. And for all you architecture buffs out there, this place is a gold mine. We're talking Spanish colonial revival buildings, gorgeous fountains, and enough photo ops to blow up your Instagram feed. Whether you're into art, history, nature, or just want to chill and soak up the sun, Balboa Park has got you covered. It's the ultimate San Diego experience, and you know we had to kick off this list with a bang. Alright guys, buckle up because we're headed to the world-famous San Diego Zoo. And this isn't your average zoo, folks. We're talking about over 3,500 animals from all corners of the globe. Just chilling in their, hopefully, happy habitats. Get ready to see some crazy creatures you've only dreamed of. First up, we gotta see the pandas. I mean, they're like the rock stars of the zoo. Panda Canyon is where it's at. These adorable fluff balls just munching on bamboo and living their best lives. It's cuteness overload, I'm warning you. Next, we're taking the Skyfari aerial tram for a bird's-eye view of the entire zoo. Trust me, the view from up here is insane. You can see everything from the elephants roaming around in Elephant Odyssey to the monkeys swinging through their jungle gym. It's the best way to get your bearings and plan out your attack. I mean, your zoo adventure. And speaking of elephants, Elephant Odyssey is a must-see. You can get up close and personal with these gentle giants and learn all about their habitat and how the zoo is helping to conserve them. It's pretty amazing, actually. And the coolest part? The San Diego Zoo is all about conservation. They're working hard to protect endangered species and educate people about the importance of wildlife conservation. Alright guys, it's time to trade in the zoo for some ocean views. We're heading to La Jolla Cove, one of the most picturesque beaches in all of California. Seriously, this place is straight out of a postcard. Get ready for crystal clear water, dramatic cliffs, and if we're lucky, some adorable seals basking in the sun. And I'm not talking about some distant seal sighting, I'm talking about these guys chilling right on the beach. Just make sure to keep a safe distance, we gotta respect the wildlife. Now, for all you adventure seekers out there, La Jolla Cove is a prime spot for snorkeling and kayaking. Imagine paddling through the caves, the sun shining down on you, and then BAM! You're surrounded by schools of colorful fish. It's an experience you won't forget. And if you're really feeling adventurous, you can even try your hand at scuba diving. Just picture exploring the underwater world, swimming alongside leopard sharks and bat rays. It's like something out of a National Geographic documentary. But even if you'd rather stay dry, La Jolla Cove has got you covered. Take a stroll along the cliffs, soak up the sun on the beach, or grab some lunch at one of the oceanfront restaurants. USS Midway Museum, prepare for takeoff. Attention all history buffs and aviation enthusiasts. Get ready to step back in time at the USS Midway Museum. We're talking about a massive aircraft carrier, docked right here in San Diego Bay, just waiting to be explored. And when I say massive, I mean massive. This thing is like a floating city with a flight deck longer than 3 football fields. You could literally get lost in here for hours. But don't worry, I'll be your guide. As soon as you step on board, you're transported back to the golden age of naval aviation. You can check out over 30 restored aircraft from fighter jets to helicopters and even get up close and personal with a real-life submarine. Just try not to launch yourself off the deck. But the USS Midway isn't just about planes. You can also explore the ship's living quarters, mess hall, and even the brig. And the best part? The museum offers guided tours led by actual Midway veterans. These guys have some incredible stories to tell. Cabrillo National Monument history meets breathtaking views. Yo guys, we're about to level up our San Diego adventure with a trip to Cabrillo National Monument. This place is all about history, stunning scenery, and maybe even a little bit of hiking. Located at the very tip of Point Loma, this monument commemorates the landing of Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo, the first European to set foot on the West Coast. We're talking 1542 people. That's some serious history right there. But Cabrillo National Monument isn't just a history lesson, it's also home to some of the best views in all of San Diego. Seriously, on a clear day you can see all the way to Mexico. We're talking panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean, San Diego Bay, and the city skyline. It's the perfect spot to snap some epic photos. And while you're here, be sure to check out the Old Point Loma Lighthouse. This historic landmark has been guiding ships to safety for over 150 years. You can even take a tour inside and learn about the lives of the lighthouse keepers who lived and worked here. Now, for all you outdoor enthusiasts, Cabrillo National Monument has got you covered too. There are miles of hiking trails winding through the park, offering breathtaking views of the coastline. Gaslamp Quarter, let's get this party started. All right, party people, it's time to turn up the heat and hit the Gaslamp Quarter. This historic district is where San Diego comes alive at night, with its buzzing nightlife, world-class dining, and Victorian-era architecture. As you stroll down the streets, you'll be transported back in time to the late 19th century, when the Gaslamp Quarter was the heart of San Diego. Back then, it was a Wild West town with saloons, gambling halls, and even a red light district. Today, it's a bit more tamed, but it's still got that electric energy that's impossible to resist. If you're a foodie, the Gaslamp Quarter is a dream come true. We're talking about everything from award-winning fine dining to casual pubs serving up delicious craft beer. Whether you're in the mood for sushi, steak, or something a little more exotic, you'll find it here. And if you're looking for a good time, the Gaslamp Quarter has got you covered. There are bars and nightclubs for every taste, from swanky rooftop lounges to dive bars with live music. Just be prepared to dance the night away. Yo guys, it's time to hop on a ferry and escape to Coronado Island. This idyllic island paradise is just a short boat ride from downtown San Diego, but it feels like a world away. First things first, we gotta talk about the beaches. Coronado Beach is legendary, with its pristine white sand, sparkling blue water, and iconic Hotel del Coronado as its backdrop. Seriously, this beach is so perfect it's practically begging to be Instagrammed. Speaking of the Hotel del Coronado, this grand dame of a hotel is a must-see in its own right. Built in 1888, it's hosted presidents, celebrities, and even royalty. And rumor has it, it's also haunted. So if you're feeling brave, you can try to catch a glimpse of the resident ghost, Kate Morgan. But Coronado Island isn't just about beaches and luxury hotels. You can also explore the charming town of Coronado, with its quaint shops, art galleries, and restaurants. And for all you history buffs out there, be sure to check out the Coronado Museum of History and Art. All right, nature lovers, it's time to lace up those hiking boots and hit the trails at Torrey State Natural Reserve. This coastal paradise is a breath of fresh air, with its rugged cliffs, secluded beaches, and of course, those iconic Torrey pine trees. As you hike through the reserve, you'll be surrounded by breathtaking views of the Pacific Ocean. Seriously, the scenery here is so stunning, it'll make you want to ditch your phone and just soak it all in. But hey, a few pics for the gram never hurt anyone, right? And speaking of those Torrey pine trees, these bad boys are something special. They're actually one of the rarest pine species in the world. And Torrey State Natural Reserve is one of the only places you can see them in their natural habitat. So be sure to snap a few pics and impress your friends with your newfound botanical knowledge. Now for all you birdwatchers out there, Torrey Pines is a prime spot to spot some feathered friends. From pelicans soaring overhead to seagulls scouring the beach for snacks, there's always something to see. And if you're lucky enough to visit during whale watching season, you might even spot some gray whales migrating south for the winter. Yo guys, it's time to take a break from all that adventure and indulge in a little retail therapy at Seaport Village. This waterfront shopping and dining complex is the perfect place to unwind, grab a bite to eat, and maybe even pick up a souvenir or two. As you stroll along the harbor, you'll be greeted by the sights and sounds of San Diego at its finest. Street performers, live music, and the smell of salt water in the air. It's the perfect recipe for a relaxing afternoon. And speaking of food, Seaport Village has got something for everyone. From fresh seafood to casual cafes, you're sure to find something to satisfy your cravings. And if you're in the mood for something sweet, be sure to check out the old-fashioned candy shop. They've got all your favorites, from saltwater taffy to fudge. Now, no trip to Seaport Village would be complete without a ride on the historic carousel. Alright, history buffs, get ready to step back in time at Old Town San Diego State Historic Park. This living history museum is like stepping into a time machine, transporting you back to the 1800s when San Diego was just a small Mexican pueblo. As you wander through the park, you'll encounter historic buildings, costumed reenactors, and traditional Mexican cuisine. It's like stepping onto the set of a Western movie, but without all the gunfights, hopefully. Be sure to check out the blacksmith shop, where you can watch a master craftsman at work. And don't miss the Sealy House, a beautifully preserved example of 19th century architecture. And of course, no trip to Old Town San Diego would be complete without sampling some authentic Mexican food. And there you have it, guys. The top things to do in San Diego according to yours truly. From theme parks and beaches to museums and historical sites, this city has got it all. So what are you waiting for? Book your trip today. And hey, if you want more information on any of the places I talked about, be sure to check out the links in the description below. Until next time, peace out.